City's Logan Park was originally planned to be a neighborhood, but it ended up opening as a private cemetery in 1892 that was later acquired by the city in 1924.
KTIV's Clayton Anderson tells us some of the unique history of Logan Park Cemetery, as well as how some very prominent Sioux Cityans are buried there.
Logan Park Cemetery has history dating back all the way to the late 1800s. Many of the people buried there helped shape Sioux City and its boom in industry.
As the boom era fizzled in Sioux City, this became a cemetery. But by 1924, again, Floyd filled up in 22. The city needed a new publicly owned cemetery to bury people. They needed a cemetery that wasn't private.
There are many notable people buried in the cemetery, such as the first burial Andrew G. Anderson, hero of the flood of 1892, Henry Metz, who started a prominent banking company, Dorothy Peacoat, who served on the Sioux City School Board amongst other boards, and who the Nature Center is named after, C.B. Chesterman, who started bottling Coca-Cola in 1905, and popular cartoonist Jay Darling. When Logan Park Cemetery was first established, headstones could not be taller than 2 feet. But as you can see right next to me, I'm 5'7" for reference. The headstone of D.T. Gilman was much taller than that. This headstone was actually brought by rail car and then traveled up the hill by horse and carriage.
Initially, upon the Articles of Incorporation in 1892, there were supposed to be no stones over 2 feet tall. Well, the very first burial here was that of the hero of the flood of 1892, Andy Anderson. Now, I don't know what his original stone may have looked like, because today his stone is a replacement, but he was buried here in 92, and he has, clearly it's a 6.5, 7 foot tall stone.
Along with interesting headstones, the cemetery has other relics of the past, such as the city vault, which was constructed in 1926 and was used to hold several bodies over the winter months until a grave could be prepared. That's because the graves were dug out by hand and the ground was frozen. The cemetery also showcases the Bandro Mausoleum, which is white marble in ancient Greek style.
We talk about the people buried here, we talk about symbolism on headstones. I think it's just a great way for modern Sioux Cityans to look back at the past, the people who have helped build up this community.
That'll do it for this episode of Hometown History from Logan Park Cemetery. Join us next time to see where we head next. In Sioux City, Clayton Anderson, KTIV News 4.